Hello, world music scholars. Today we're going to be starting India Part 1, the Ragas. We're going to start things off by learning a little bit about the Tanpura, which is an Indian stringed instrument.
I am Koshiki Chakraborty. I sing the Khyal form and I also play the Tanpura. The Tanpura, which is the drone instrument used for Indian classical music, Khyal singing, it is extremely important as it gives us the tonic, which is the sa as we call it, and our entire musical elaboration and the rag, which is the melodic scale that we improvise on. The improvisations are greatly dependent on the tonic because the improvisations happen with relation to the tonic, which is the sa, and during the performance, in the entire elaboration of that rag, we never change the tonic, we never change the sa, and we always have some sort of a relation bringing us back to the sa. That is one very important reason why we always start practicing and learning music with playing the tanpura. And secondly, the scale that we sing in is not an equally tempered scale. It is a scale where the gandhar, which is the third note, and the dhaivat, which is again the third note from the gandhar. So every third note relationship is not according to the equally tempered scale, and that is what is maintained in the tanpura. Though we have some electronic versions of the instrument nowadays, but I still think that the sympathetic vibration when you pluck the strings with your fingers, that has a lot to do with the tone and the texture that comes out of the instrument, which also has a great impact on the texture and tone of the voice. In developing the voice texture, it has a great role.
So that was the the beautiful Tanpura. And now we're going on to some pre-knowledge. Okay, so take a second and pause the video and go ahead and answer some of the questions on your form. Can you name a city in India? What characterizes Indian food? Are the costumes for Indian dance colorful? Is India a poor or wealthy country? What is the population of India? What is the major religion? And these are not right or wrong answers. It's just what you know already about India. Guided notes. So immigrants from the northwest of India um, brought Islam to the country. So that's where that community is settled historically. Historically, the profession of music had been hereditary, dominated by Muslim families whose knowledge of the art was a jealously guarded secret, sanctified by similar traditions of caste specialization in other communities. So that basically means that if you were in a certain uh, place in society, you'd be more likely to be a musician than if you were in another place in society. So it was passed down by families. Then in Maharashtra and Bengal, and later in other regions, high caste Hindus, usually Brahmin, apprenticed themselves to Muslim masters in their own right, eventually performing in public at musical conferences. So this is where you see the Hindu and the Muslims, they they kind of traded secrets and worked together, and the music evolved that way. So here's some map identification. Um, I'd like you to identify the countries on this map in your Google form. Okay, thank you. That's India Part 1.